put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the Tobago Updates morning show, as we are being joined here by Inspector Mahalia Bacchus of the T.T.P.S and Glenville Wilson. Hopefully I got it right, by Sergeant Glenville Wilson of the T.T.P.S as well. So a special good morning and welcome to you both. How are you guys doing this morning?
Good morning.
Fine, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. So we're going to get things started off this morning with some updates from the T.T.P.S. You know, what's been happening. Did we have a safe weekend this weekend? Because I didn't notice any reports of any incidents. But if there were, can you just share with us what's been happening?
All right. So we did have a safe weekend. Amen to that. The T.T.P.S has been doing an excellent job over the weekend, maintaining that public safety and keeping persons in check, ensuring that we all were happy and safe for this weekend. You know, we had the cruise ship in port, and that was one of our main focuses, to ensure that persons coming off the ship were safe wherever the sites that they were visiting and so forth. So we have the tourism-oriented police officers all about in the countryside, in the Scarborough area, all the areas, Pigeon Point, those areas that they were expected to visit. We were focusing on those areas as well to ensure that these visitors were safe.
Is there any kind of coordination that happens between the agents for the cruise stores and so on, and the police, to ensure that, you know, the police is aware of where these visitors might be, and to just keep an eye out in case of anything?
Yes, there is actually. That's why I mentioned the tourism-oriented police officers. Their main focus is on that aspect of tourism. So they liaise with the tour operators, the vessel itself, the cruise ship owners, and so on. And we get that information to ensure that where the visitors are, the police is also there. And we have the various station districts as well on board, with their patrols being on the outside to support as well when these persons are visiting these sites.
Certainly. And then recently we had a murder, unfortunately, happening within our space. Is there any updates on that?
Well, presently the investigation is still ongoing, so we wouldn't have any information to relay on that as well.
All right. And then I'm not sure if I missed out anything else in terms of what's been happening with the police and your work here in terms of updates and so on?
Well, in terms of updates, recently we have a success story. Recently we were able to make a breakthrough with a number of crimes that were occurring in the Tobago space. You know, for the past couple of months we have had a series of break-ins and other larceny related offenses. And in recent times, you know, based on our following information that we got from the public, we were able to intercept a team of men or team of persons who were perpetrating these crimes. We were able to recover a quantity of stolen items, in particular tools. You know, we are talking about brush cutters, power saws, blowers, chainsaws, and other like tools. We were able to recover those items. Numerous victims were able to come forward and identify their stuff, you know. So I'm seeing a transition in going forward as we enter into the Christmas period. We are hoping that things are going to be safe.
We certainly hope so. And speaking of the Christmas period, this is a time where there are some unscrupulous people within our society that loves to prey on the vulnerable. And, you know, there's a lot of get-quick money schemes that are going on, and a lot of scammers being active because, of course, it's Christmas and everybody wants a little extra money to spend to make sure they can have a wonderful Christmas. So let's get started where those things are concerned. And I think I'm going to have some voice notes being played at this point in time of a recent scam alert or a scam situation has been happening within our space. So, Director?
Yo.
Please. Right, and the people who have been owned by the people and moved by the people, you know, you get the account?
You asked me the account details.
And split. I just said I sent it already for you.
No, it ends. No.
You can send the number. What's your WhatsApp? So what I do, I come and shit. What time you finish your work? I come and shit there. Third floor portable. You got it?
No, me, I sit down here. Doing it.
You don't know WhatsApp. You don't know WhatsApp.
The last message to me and you is I said send your account.
Scotia.
No, it didn't send to
You
me.
seen that there?
No, it sent it.
I wonder if I send that somewhere else, but let me check it out.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, William. Right, you receive it?
Yeah, I see there. Yeah,
Receive it?
yeah, I see now coming more WhatsApp there.
Soon as you do it, send the slip for me. I'll be going and I come in shit by you. I just want to show you money. I come in, you really can't talk to your response back.
Alright,
Then I have to go back and do what?
I know, sin. Yeah,
William.
yo,
Right. Soon as you do it, I'm home by the people here. Soon as you leave, you do it, send the slip for me, and I come in straight and bring the money for you and go back and do what I do.
yeah, cool, no, sin.
All right. Now, if you want to do the slip now, you must send the transfer slip to me, eh? Pardon?
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so there we have just a few voice recordings of an interaction between, Mr. Millionaire Nana and a scammer. And this has been happening quite frequently with through WhatsApp messages and so on. So can you just shed some light on what's been happening with this one latest scam that we're seeing?
So, as you mentioned before, and as Sergeant Wilson said, we are fast approaching the Christmas season, and it's a time when everybody wants to have cash or money, right? So there are some people who are unscrupulous, and they will go through all lengths and means in order to achieve this. And we have, over a period of time, experienced persons using those opportunities to try to get the money that they want by those means, right? Our role and function as the police officers, we are here to heighten persons' awareness and to sensitize persons that they should not be caught with these activities. One of the coveted things that people want is US, right? You know, you have business people want to order stuff, and they have persons in general who wants to have US, but the law really caters for US exchanges to only happen in certain places. So you have the banks, you have the bureaus, and so forth. So anytime you decide to take money from an individual, by saying I have 10,000 TT, I want some US, and you just want to hand it over by the street or so forth, you'll actually be like committing an offense then, you know, because you're not supposed to be exchanging cash like that. That's one of the first things. And then we have to be smart as well to look at the prospect of somebody coming to you with that kind of funds and the way in which they want you to depart with your money in order for you to gain the US, right? So it is something that's been happening. We saw it last year. It was very prevalent, where persons were calling people and using prominent persons' name in society as the person who has the US and wants to get this exchange. Now, we're asking persons, you need to verify. Who are you speaking with? Do you know this number, right? The number that is calling you to cause this transaction. Ever so often, they also provide you with a bank account number in which you have to deposit this money. And the minute you deposit the money, you lose this money because they have it. And how do you get the US from them now? You have already departed with your cash. You understand? So we want persons to be smart. You have to recognize when something is wrong with a transaction, and you go all out to try to verify who are you dealing with. Who is this person that is really calling me, trying to do this transaction?
Now, what's also been happening is that people are, these scammers are getting into people's WhatsApp accounts and then reaching out to the contacts that are already listed there. So you're thinking that you're speaking to somebody you're very familiar with. So, Sergeant, I just want to know if you can give me some context with that's concerned and what people need to be aware of when they receive messages like this from people that they think that they know.
Yeah, so in any such case, we will normally refer it to cybercrime, you know, for their indulgence. But generally, you know, we have the criminal who will come forward and physically take cash from you. And then we have the keen ones who are going to stay behind the scene. They're going to stay behind a telephone, or they're going to stay behind a social media platform. And they will take the money from you very easy. You know, they will message you, as you said, they will hack somebody's account you are familiar with. And, you know, you as the victim or the potential victim could assess the tone of the conversation. You know, sometimes you have that gut feeling, but this is not how my friend speaks. And you still continue to go along and you still give your money. You know, like in Tobago, right, or in general, when a spouse asks a husband for money, some men want to know what you want it for, what you want. There's a whole investigation. But we have these strangers who are coming on social media platform, and 2 minutes into the conversation, you send your cash for them. And now you're trying to retrieve it, you end up in the hands of the police, very embarrassed, because you didn't think that you would do something like that. You know, so as Ms. Bacchus say, we are asking you to investigate the persons behind the phone, not just the phone number. They will speak like the person they are pretending to be. So they're supposed to be this prominent businessman, and they have a voice as such. You know, and I think that is part of the reason why they part with the cash, or they find themselves in that situation. But we are saying, you know, we need to check everything. We need to investigate.
What are some of the telltale signs that this might not be your friend that you're speaking to? This might be a scammer.
Right, some of the telltale signs, you know, if you tend to delay the person, say here now, you know, let us do this tomorrow. You know, they always want to have it done now. They want you to send the information now, you know, because they think that you are going to do some kind of research. So they try to command you so that you can operate right away. You know, even the jargon, the way they speak, you will be familiar how your person speak. You may know your friend to an extent to know what they are going to do, what they are going to say. You know, once you have that gut feeling, when you're in doubt, you need to check it out.
Sometimes you look at the area where they want to conduct this transaction. They want you to come with this large amount of cash. Meet me by the mall, meet me by this particular area. Let me know the vehicle that you're in. You know,
When
the
you
time,
come
the
in.
exact time when you would be there, all these different things they do. So you have to think about it. Are you setting up yourself to be robbed, you know, in that aspect? Even further than just them taking your money and you're not getting the US. It could go as far as that, because you are this person a lot of information about you, and you don't know anything much about this person. So I'm saying sometimes the number is a strange number that is calling you. You're not accustomed to the person using that number. Sometimes you call the business place number if you think is this real businessman, and find out, did you contacted me about US, you know? Because some persons, they did it after, and then it was too late when the person let them know, I don't know anything about that. I did not contact you, you know? So as we said, you need to check out this information properly, or and on a whole, you try to discourage trying to make those kind of large exchanges in terms of US, and utilize the correct medium in order to get your US cash.
And has the police had any success in trying to catch some of these scammers?
We did make some level of breakthrough, but there's only a certain distance that we could really go with this, because some persons never really got to the point of collecting the cash and that kind of stuff. But we did make some levels of breakthrough into trying to find out where this is coming from, you know. And also, if I use the opportunity to highlight, we also have persons scamming people by placing items like iPhones for sale on Instagram. Just 2 days ago, we have a gentleman in custody. The investigation is ongoing. Throughout Trinidad and Tobago, this individual kept placing this iPhone for sale and having people deposit their cash into an account. He receives the cash, and then when it's time to deliver the phone, they recognize, well, the day has reached. I'm not seeing the phone. They're trying to contact this person, no contact at all. When they go back to the account, it was Instagram, everything was deleted. So the person has now deleted the account, and they started a new one. Gets your money, and they are on their way, and they start again. So there are several persons that were caught doing that as well too. And as we said, sometimes they deposit the money, and that go on. As long as they know it's there, they go quickly, they withdraw the money, and then that's it. You have to now go to the police to make a report and all of that about your cash that was taken from you.
Yeah, just to add, right? Just to add, we are asking the general public to not be vulnerable, not make themselves soft targets. You know, the person may arrange to hand over the cash. We are asking the residents to not take the chance, because you presenting yourself at this location with this large amount of cash, and the person may present himself with a fire and take your money. So we are asking the public to not take the risk. If they see anything untoward, please communicate with the police. You know, we have sections and agencies that are trained to treat with those situations, and not just with the cyber crimes or the social media crimes. You know, in general, the persons who are victims of break-ins, we are asking them to intensify security measures at their home or at their business places. You know, we have various projects in Tobago that are ongoing, and They were victims of larceny where their tools were stolen from their containers, their tool sheds, their construction sites, because they were left vulnerable, you know.
Yes.
As much as we endeavor to make every place in Tobago safe, we are asking the general public to also assist, you know, in
And be
not making
vigilant.
themselves
Get on board,
soft
yeah.
targets. Right? So we have to work together with this endeavor.
Yes, and of course, criminals can be very smart as well. So,
Yes.
viewers, please be on the alert. I mean, it is Christmas time, and as you heard over the last few minutes, there are so many scams out there. If it's too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. So, just I mean, you know, just deal with legitimate businesses. Check your people. And make sure that you are safe, your money is safe, most importantly during this time. And of course, the police is always there.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so I want to thank you both for being on with us. It was such a pleasure and certainly good information there for the public and viewers. I hope you have a safe and wonderful morning. Please enjoy the rest of the show because, well, we have GMT coming up. And yes, you know, you're probably kind of confused as to why I'm here in the Tobago Updates morning show, but that's okay because we've got Mr. Jerry McFarlane that's going to be taking us through for the next couple of weeks as we go through conversations with the various secretaries and councillors within the Executive Council as we evaluate their last 2 years in office. So you're going to want to stick on for that for GMT coming up. But for now, we go to Tobago Notes and we would see you again tomorrow.